So check it out. This is part 2 of change. Your why is stronger than your excuses. Our why, our reason for being here, for being placed on the planet Earth is stronger than our excuses. My mentor would say this to you as he said to me and said to us as a family, that excuses are a lack of passion. And I will say this to you, to really grow, to truly transform into the best version of you, we have to go into the path of the greatest resistance. We can't go into the path of the least resistance because that's comfortability. In a practical sense, there are things that you don't want to do. There are things that you don't see yourself doing because the perception that we have is broken. It's not necessarily whole. When it's made whole, we can truly see who we are in the eyes of another, not of ourselves. So it makes it difficult to go into those places, wherever it may be for you. But when you go into that path of the great resistance in spirit, that opens up the door for the realization and the revelation of who you truly are. But it comes when you say that we're done. I had problems and obstacles in my life, in my mentality, that would hinder me from committing to the gym. I've always been a person throughout my entire life that worked out like to stay in shape physically and mentally, but we're talking about physically. And I remember one time I was a gym rat. I used to do 2 a days. I researched about working out. I was eating healthy, though I was doing alcohol at the time for whatever reason. I ended up stopping that because I said to myself, why would you continue to go and work out every day and still drink? That don't make sense. Eventually, I fell off, and I would fall off, get back on for a little bit, fall off, get back on. Inconsistency. Now, you would think this: if an individual commits to a membership to a gym and that person, male or female, is paying on a monthly basis, that will provoke them to be consistent. Not so. Doesn't matter how much money that person is paying. If they haven't committed internally to getting in shape, if they haven't reached the end of themselves and said, I'm done eating this way, I'm done being this way, if those thoughts or words has not come from them and they have not heard it, it was said, but it wasn't heard. Sometimes something that's said is not heard. Sometimes something that's said is not heard. If that individual hasn't come to that point, then it doesn't matter how much money it costs them every month. They will not go. They will cancel the membership before anything else. Was in Phoenix a couple months ago. What Amazing Life, me being a director of the training and development portion and talent acquisition with my partner, director of operations. Our responsibility is to make sure that our franchise owners are successful. They're nationwide. We go to the locations, we help them set up, we do the vetting process, and we combine our forces to set them up for success by going to the different places that we do business with and establishing a relationship. We ate fanatically bad during that time frame. Latino restaurants, different type of restaurants, and I was bloated, heavy. We get in and out of a car the entire day up until about 5 o'clock for 3 days, maybe even 4. In my mindset, I was already in preparation to say it's time for me to get back in shape. My stomach is out of control. I don't like how my body's feeling. These are all thoughts that I was having. And I was working out sporadically at one point, then fall off at another point. But this is the key point that I'm sharing concerning change. Our why must be stronger than our excuses. When I knew that it was time and my body was out of control, I'd already prepped. I've been to the gym. I'd done my research. I wrote down questions. I talked to one of the managers, the operation managers of the gym. Had the money already, the floor money to pay for it. I was already committed before I stepped into the gym. Once I got back, I was consistent. Not saying that I go to the gym every day, but percentage wise, I'm at least 80 to 85% out of 100% consistent. And when I don't go, I don't beat myself up because I know in my heart, I am committed. My why is stronger than my excuse. Sometimes I have to wake up for, let me say this, I choose to wake up at 4:30, 4:45 because some of the classes that I'm in is 5:30, 6:30. But the resistance is there, but it's not prevalent or as strong as it was when I was trying to make myself go without being committed. What am I saying to you in this conversation as we wrap it up? To truly experience change, to be the new version of who you have been called to be, you must first, and we must first have to reach the end of ourselves. That sounds like this. I'm tired of being this way. I'm tired of doing this. I'm tired of going to jail. I'm tired of acting in such a way. I don't want to be like this anymore. Once those thoughts come to you, it's officially game time. Anything else outside that can lead you to that point, but you want to arrive at the point where you're tired of being tired, and that's when the stage for authentic, transformative change is set. I am Mr. Cage. This is the thought of the day. Be great and be the best version of who you've been called to be.